What is up, everybody? I am on my way to Dirty River Bicycle Works. I need a couple things. One, I need a 26-inch tube flatted on my Marin a couple weeks ago. Oh, Frank did. I let him borrow my bike and just got a flat on straight up paved bicycle path. So don't really know what happened, but it seemed like the valve or something went bad. So I need that. The other thing is, as mentioned in the last video, I moved my bag to the handlebars. I really like my bigger bags on the front of my bike for every reason. Aesthetically, these bikes handle better with it up there. Access to the pockets, hook my GoPro there, all that stuff. Only thing I don't like is when we ride the rough stuff at night, I can't see the road immediately in front of me. So I want to see if they have one of those, I don't know what you call them, things for the forks. They're basically just I'll show it when I have it, round thing that you could hook your light on. So let me know if you guys like those. I know some people mention they don't like the shadow from the wheel and tire. Being that I can't see the ground in front of me, anything would be an improvement, I think. Oh, another side note. When I don't have a front bag on, people look at my cable housing run and literally get offended. It's so crazy to me to get mad about the way other people choose to set up their bikes, but just for you guys who do, there's a practical reason for my long housing run, so I can fit my bags. This is a pretty nice day too, so, you know, late November, and it's about 50, sunny. Rained last evening and most of the night, but really pleasant out now for this time of year. What's that?
What bike you riding today?
The Gunner. I need to...
Hell yeah.
Lunch on Saturday.
You know it, man.
All right, I got my goods. I'm just gonna do a short spin, tack on a couple miles. Even though it's nice, there's some stuff I'm working on at home I want to get back. Tomorrow's supposed to be even nicer, so maybe tomorrow will be a longer ride and probably the majority of this video. What is up? So now it's Sunday, another day about 50 degrees, sunny, so pretty nice. I really wanted to plan some kind of route, hit some friends up and all this stuff, and I just didn't have the mental capacity today. I'll get into that in a bit, but I decided I'm gonna go out cruising. Is this Ben right here? Nope, just some typical Dick and Kit who doesn't even glance in anyone else's direction. Arrow bars on the towpath, like it's not gonna be a crowded day. I think I might do a loop around Summit Lake and then head out to Kent for lunch. I don't know, get at least 30-40 miles in, because it's pretty nice for late November. Got some rain and cold in the forecast. So I've actually been working on some concepts or some videos, some more like talking head with a bunch of B-roll type stuff. Every once in a while I do like to use my pro gear, play with the lighting, play with the audio. Premiere Pro has added a bunch of cool editing things in their software, so I kind of wanted to work on the edit. You may have noticed that in the last few ride-along videos I've been doing a little bit more. Yeah, I kind of bullet pointed out everything, but then just have not felt like standing in front of the camera for a couple of reasons this last week. It is a windy one. I think that's why, since we have no place we need to be or we're trying to go, we'll keep cutting in different directions. I always get those comments about like, well, I plan my route so I don't ride home in the wind. In general, I'm riding where I'm trying to go, so I don't know, that's usually just not an option. I guess that's more of like a roadie thing. If you're going out for a long road ride, you could, just to get exercise and for the sake of riding, you could plan a little better. So one thing that's been weighing on me a bit, had some, oh wow, some kids just screaming their heads off. There's been some health issues in the family, so nothing that's an extreme emergency, but very serious and needs to be dealt with. And just going into this holiday season, you know, I kind of worry about family members worrying about that aspect, where I'm like, holiday stuff can wait, you know. We take care of each other. Traditions can go out the window for a little while if they need to. That's my mentality, but I just hope everyone else feels like that. Little black cat out here. Looks a lot like Edmund. Just trying to see if he's gonna go back into a yard or... My next old man move is I've started keeping cat food, dry cat food in my bag, and I've been feeding the strays in North Hill and stuff when I see them. I got like a one-eyed gray one-eyed friend that I feed, and fluffy little guy that looks like my old cat grandma. So another crazy old bike guy achievement unlocked, I think. Another thing that hit me pretty hard is one of my favorite singers, musicians, songwriters, passed away last week, and it's just kind of incredibly sad. It was pretty preventable, it seems. Todd Snyder, if you're familiar, and he was like really front of mind lately anyways because he just put out a new record. But me and my buddy Eric, who lives in Boston, had been starting to work on planning a meetup to see him on this tour. I've never seen him. I don't get to see Eric very often. So we were trying to plan like a cool meetup, and we're both excited about it. Bob Dylan or Mick Jagger died tomorrow. I would celebrate their lives and listen to their music, but it wouldn't necessarily be super sad. You know, they're old men who have lived full lives. Todd Snyder was 59 and should not have passed away the way he did. So for probably at least 2 decades, me and Eric have traded Todd Snyder lyrics over text and news when a new album, or finding like a great story. The guy's an awesome storyteller online. And so being out riding last week and getting the text from Eric that he was no longer with us hit hard. So been a full week of Todd Snyder music over at the studio. So all this to say that, yeah, it's too hard for me in those moments to focus on what I want to say, especially if it's very focused on being articulate. I would rather do something like this. As always, the bike is not always even an escape, but my way to be out and think about things and process them. I guess it goes both ways with the bike. Sometimes it helps me escape, sometimes it's like my meditative thing. Yeah, so I also have a number of projects I want to do at the studio over the holidays as I generally slow down, and so I basically jumped right into those because for me, working with my hands and doing projects, but yeah, just like keeping myself busy in that way is a good way for me, just like riding bikes, to process things and kind of keep myself busy in a different way. So one is just, I have been at the studio for 10 years and I have been using a utility sink as my kitchen sink. It hurts my back, someone who's had back issues, to be bent over like that. And also then I'm washing my bike parts and stuff like that, or my projects, same sink that my dishes and stuff go. So finally building myself a countertop, putting in a real kitchen sink. I'm not a craftsman. I don't do fine woodworking, but when it comes to utilitarian stuff that looks decent enough, I can do it. I've built everything that I need in the studio since I've been there. Also building something in the basement, sanding, sawing. Just made a mess of everything, and so that'll be the motivation to also clean and organize all the bike parts and bike stuff down there. The stream studio, it's all covered in dust and stuff now, so yeah, go through everything. It's always good to do that once in a while anyways. Oh man, I guess I should have led with this. To the one guy who always hates when I show my face on camera, I should have put a trigger warning at the beginning that I'm gonna vlog and talk to the camera in this video. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. But I do understand, you know, I know the other 7,569 people who watch these videos don't complain, but I do get that showing your face on your own YouTube channel that people watch for totally free is frustrating. Right. So we just rounded Summit Lake. We're in like almost 9 miles. Gonna head back towards downtown and see what my next move is. Oh yeah, I should tell this story about Friday night. Went over to Missing Falls Brewing, where Bike Party meets, 3rd Friday of every month, and was gonna bike party. Met Ben. Erin came, she just drove out, she was gonna get dinner with us. Buddy Dave Daly rode out. He wasn't gonna bike party, but hanging out. So we're all eating food, drinking beer. Nathan joined us, one of our other friends. All just kind of talking, paying a little attention to the time. Oh my God, better close my tab. Get back. Bike party had already rolled away. So me, Nathan, and Ben just did a ride down into the valley. Went down to Quarters Up, had a couple drinks. Me and Ben made a poor route decision on the way home. Did a climb we used to do, but now it's completely overgrown, trees down everywhere. So a little buzzed, bushwhacking on a Friday night instead of bike party. I was gonna bring my Pocket 3, maybe get some bike party footage, see what the night stuff looked like again. But oh well, we had our own fun. I called it our own bike party on Strava. Those new separated bike lanes are nice, but people still walk in them a lot. They're not used to it. And when they're not separated, people park in them. Better than nothing. They put all this money, like that's all new, that infrastructure's all new. But up here, they don't do anything about the people who park in the bike lane every single day, every time I come down this road. So this is the newest bike path in Akron, the Rubber City Heritage Trail. Pretty cool because it's, instead of being in nature, you know, go by where Goodyear and Firestone and all that were. They're building it in phases, which is kind of cool. So as the money comes through, they're just building it instead of waiting to have it all. But now it might be a while till we get anything else, considering that the people in power consider bike infrastructure to be hostile to cars. Yeah, this is real hostile to cars. An old train line that's elevated over the city and all of the roads being turned into a place for bikes. What's more hostile, drivers? Having to wait for me out on the road or having me up here completely separated? This is actually an interpretive sign that I have not read before. That's rare in this city. I really like 83 Brewing, but I'm not ready to stop yet. Not sure I've really ever been in this neighborhood before. It doesn't have any outlets, so I'm gonna clean up all the streets for my Wanderer map. Get some new miles. I don't think I've ever been back here before. We'll see when we get home. Akron just has so many different little pockets like this that are way before you would design a neighborhood with cul-de-sacs and all that, because of its topography and all the industrial stuff. What is this? Akron Brake Room. All right, onto the Freedom Trail. Let's see what friends we see today now. Been carrying around this finger lollipop for a while. I've been running for about 18 miles around Akron. Now I'm pretty hungry, so I'm heading for lunch. But I'm gonna need the finger lollipop to get me to Kent. So who just said hi to me with the panniers on? I didn't make the connection quick enough. I've been cruising. I think we got kind of a cross tailwind, so it'll be a little rougher on the way home, but I'm going to take the hiking bike, which is windier and up and down, so it shouldn't be horrible. We'll see. Let's see if there's any bar seats at BellTower. They have a chicken sandwich that is to die for. Man, that crispy chicken sandwich at BellTower is one of my favorite sandwiches anywhere. Also, I realized I'm wearing the bandana, BellTower Brewing bandana. Is that like wearing the shirt to the concert? Lame! Yeah, there is a slight cross headwind, but it's not that bad. Plus, I'm on my way home. A few more miles. Hello, Edmund. How do you always know I'm here? I could tell you were sleeping. Come on, knock it up. So the ride was 39 miles and about 1,500 feet. Nothing crazy, but a good day out for late November, obviously. I'm gonna finish working on this project here, my counter thing, and then start to clean up. Edit this video I'm making as well. But yeah, just a simple vlog for this week. But there's some cool stuff coming up. Got some interesting rides happening. Some winter bike packing, perhaps, at least overnighters. And there is some winter travel that I haven't talked much about yet. At least 2 trips, so I'm gonna have like some cool stuff coming up. Like I said, some of the topic videos that I think will be a little more interesting than just ride along personal update vlogs like this was. But I appreciated anyone who has made it this far. You're definitely the true fans of the channel to listen to all that. So, Ed in the background. He loves hanging out when I'm down here. Loves the basement. Anyways, again, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.